Welcome back to oMZ Under the Hammer. Today we're in a different location. We're actually down at David Lloyd Gym in Beckenham, and we're not at the property today. And I thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight into my 3 top tips for purchasing property at auction. And I'll cover them off, but they essentially are research, finance, and setting yourself a limit. So top tip number 1 is research. Now I can't stress that enough, because that's the most important thing when purchasing a property at auction. So I carry out a really good level of due diligence on the property in question before I even attend the auction and bid on the property on the day. So bearing in mind, when you purchase property at auction, when the hammer falls, if you have the final bid, you will be expected to pay a 10% deposit on the day, and you are going to exchange contracts on that day. So you need to know everything about the property that you're purchasing. So I would suggest that you look at doing a survey on the property to make sure the property is structurally sound, in good condition perhaps, and if there are any structural problems with the property, you may even want to go to the extent of having a structural engineer look at the property before you even bid at the auction. Really important. I would make sure that you've had a solicitor look at the legal pack in quite a lot of detail. You can spend a little bit of money up front with a solicitor to look at the legal pack, potentially £250 most solicitors would charge, and they will go through the legal pack in a lot of detail, look for things like covenants, see if there's any overage clauses, and make sure the title is good, just so that there aren't any bumps or hurdles further down the line which you were not expecting. My second top tip is to get your finance sorted, and this is a real issue for a lot of people in purchasing at auction. If you've got cash, fantastic, you can purchase the property outright, you don't need to arrange finance. However, traditional mortgage lending on purchasing property at auction doesn't always work. You find a lot of people do use bridging loans at auction. They can be risky. I would make sure that you look to speak to a financial or mortgage advisor local to you, or someone that's been recommended prior to going to the auction. Get your finance sorted well in advance. Don't get to the day of the auction, exchange contracts, and then not have the finance in place. That's not good. And my final top tip for purchasing property at auction is to set yourself a limit. Set yourself a maximum purchase price that you're willing to go to based on the research that you've done on comparable properties in the area and what you believe that property will be worth once it's renovated. And don't go above that price. I see it so commonly often happen at auction where people get carried away, their adrenaline's running, they're all emotional, and they bid far too much for the property when they could have purchased the property through an estate agent at perhaps even a lower price. So don't do that. Set yourself a limit and don't go above it. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Next week we'll be back at the property where we will be filming again the progress, and we'll have a catch up with Ed the Builder.